It's a good thing, and we may have learned a valuable life lesson, but that's not transformation. Transformation occurs when you have an experience that changes the way you understand life and its mysteries. When my dad died, I immediately looked for the leather journal I had given to him years before with the request that he fill it with stories and things he wanted me to know. He had only written on one page. Anything I have achieved or accomplished in my life is because of the gift of your mother as my wife. You should get to know her. I thought I knew her, but I followed his advice, and it was one of the most transformative experiences of my life. From a place of vulnerability and generosity, each author in this series invites us to walk with them for 40 days on their journeys toward transformation. I hope you will not limit yourself to only your number. Learn about your spouse or friend. Consider listening to the type you suspect represents your parents or your siblings. You might even want to learn about someone you have little affection for, but are willing to try to understand. You can never change how you see, but you can change what you do with how you see. On being a 3. Everyone needs a spiritual director and a therapist, says my friend Suzanne Stabile. So I spend Monday mornings with John. John is my therapist, my I don't give a crap who you are guy. As an Enneagram 3, I find it helpful to know John and people like him. People who couldn't care less what I do, who I know, or what I've accomplished. My first spiritual director was Don, who I met in seminary at Fuller, Northern California. Don showed me what it looked like to be real, open, and honest. Before he knew me much at all, he shared with me his victories and defeats as a son, husband, father, and businessman. He was open about the one thing I don't want to share with anyone, even myself: failure. As an Enneagram 3, my core sin is deceit. That doesn't really mean what people often think it does. It doesn't mean I lie, though at times I'm confident I do. Deceit means I live at the edge of duplicity. I don't want to. I want to be esteemed. I want to be admired. I want to be loved. I want to be in relationship with people. In fact, I want to be in relationship with people more than I want anything else. But somewhere along my path, I got the misguided idea that being loved required being valuable, worthwhile, or at least looking valuable and worthwhile. And not just successful in some generic or universal sense, but successful in presenting a version of myself that the person or the room of people before me wanted to see. There's just no way to be successful at looking successful to everyone without creatively shading the picture. That's deceit. In one of my favorite movies, A Few Good Men, Demi Moore's Lieutenant Commander Joanne Galloway and Tom Cruise's Lieutenant Daniel Kaffee go out for seafood. After Galloway gives Kaffee a rundown of her accomplishments, Kaffee asks, "Why are you always giving me your resume?" Joanne responds, "Because I want you to think that I'm a good lawyer." I don't know where Joanne Galloway might type herself on the Enneagram. I never, ever, ever type other people. But Galloway's response was pure Enneagram 3. And that's why I need John and Don. They don't care about my resume. Giving it to them would make me feel silly, stupid even. My problem is, I've spent a good bit of time and energy building that resume. I've been in professional ministry for over 23 years, currently serving as teaching pastor for a large church in Houston, Texas. I'm also a writer, speaker, and coach for other speakers and preachers. At the same time, I enjoy the gifts of a wonderful wife, Rochelle, and 2 beautiful teenaged daughters, Malia and Catherine. I have both a home office and a home gym because my daily instinct is to do something. When I signed the contract for my first book,